Everything I do is an act of faith. Quote, "Do not be deceived, Wormwood. Our cause is never more in danger than when a human, no longer desiring but still intending to do our enemy's will, looks around upon a universe from which every trace of him seems to have vanished, asks why he has been forsaken, and still obeys." C.S. Lewis. When people ask me what I do in life, I can't ever explain it right away, like on the spot. It takes some time. It takes multiple conversations. Breathing while consuming very little resources, that's enough. I mean, that's enough. I shouldn't feel ashamed when I said I did nothing today. It's not actually nothing, it's sitting with the earth and with my thoughts. But doing nothing, quote unquote, is a neutral activity. I don't want to participate in humanity's cause. I don't even want to participate in the economy because I've seen so much corruption on so many levels. And honestly, if I recognize something that's evil within the system, quote unquote, right, I should have the right to withdraw myself from that. And I should also have the capability to do so. I hate your way of life. I hate how nasty people are to each other and everything else. Also, it's okay to hate humanity. I hate them so much of the time because I see them and I'm like separating myself from the rest of humanity. It's really fucked up and it's really disturbing and horrible, right? It feels terrible. It feels terrible. But I hate humanity so much of the time because I see them being negligent and choosing violence. And just fucking choosing negligence. Like, just hearing what they want to hear. Not caring enough. It's very confusing to witness. But yeah, that's why my efforts are acts of faith rather than acts of, I don't know what else you want to call it. Like, this is why I'm not so certain as other people, is because I want to die and leave existence half of the time that I'm alive. So it's an act of faith to like keep hoping that like human beings can be good when I have so much evidence to suggest that there will always be something. There will always be something horrible behind them. Still though, I'm kind of a person with mostly like this sense of purpose, and it seems pretty clear, like my sense of purpose, which is great. It's also okay to not have a clear sense of purpose. I'm just saying, for me and people like me, it actually feels really good to know why we're here. My purpose is, and this is just one way to put it, but it's to see if I can protect myself and others, to see if we can protect the world around us. Because, the world contains good things, like period. We know that they exist, so we have to protect life. It's an act of faith. There's good somewhere, right? That's it. There's good somewhere. It might not be like in front of us right now, but it's somewhere. And that's like provable and repeatable, I guess, if that makes any sense. But I accomplished this sense of purpose through writing and videos, like just fucking being honest, just writing, like trying to make sense of the shit. Sitting and thinking, sort of like, I guess you could say, in nature. Like, I mean, yeah, it sounds cliche as fuck. It really is. It really is cliche. But when I talk to you, like, I'm not really sharing anything new. I'm just sharing stuff that people already know. It's just like, apparently we need to be reminded of these things. But like, I mean, there's like trees and shit, and it's all good. And then sitting with that helps me know that things are good. I sound fucking stupid, and this is disgusting, and I hate this video, and I'm going to destroy this computer. But I also accomplish this sense of purpose through learning and hoping I can eventually, like learning, researching, and then hoping that I can eventually learn a single thing about anything at all whatsoever. I know fucking nothing, and it's amazing that people around me can be so certain about shit and like tell me with absolute confidence what the truth is. Who knows if they even question themselves? I don't know. How does that work? I don't know. I don't quite understand. Um, but yeah, I have like my fields of study, you could put it, and um, there's things that I really care about learning about. So I'm just gonna keep trying, right? Act of faith. Um, Now, it's a fair assumption to say that the world is gonna fucking die. Like the world is going to die because of essentially that whole human progress graph. Like, you know, um, for the first like whatever however many millions of years of human civilization, it's just been slowly going up, and then in like the last 100 years or so, it just goes up, fucking skyrockets upwards. Um, in terms of human progress. Uh, so yeah, I mean that alone is like a good indicator that like something bad's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. Like, um, it's like with the widespread adoption of technology, more powerful technology getting into more people's hands, it takes less effort for someone to do something catastrophic. You know what I mean, right? Um, have you seen politics? Even the word feels disgusting, doesn't it? Um, I've heard it said before that in a functioning world, politics would be like fucking boring as fuck, because the politicians would just be doing what they're told because they're just fucking representatives of the people. There's no more interesting funny shit that has to happen, right? Like with the funny man, with the big funny man, right? The big famous funny man who's in a lot of trouble, right? It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. I've been getting emotional because I'm imagining all of these amazing, like these amazing, and it's hard to communicate. You can't communicate it, but the amazing beauty of animals and like life on Earth. Like try to comprehend it for just a second. You cannot. You cannot. All you can comprehend is like the beauty of like the animals and the nature that you've seen, and then like you can't even comprehend all of that at once. Like there's things that you're forgetting. It's so beautiful, and yet it is being just like it's just gonna get completely crushed, and it's just gonna fucking die. And then like stuff like factory farming is already ensuring that like in anything good, it's gonna be exploited. It's gonna be fucking milked dry, and then we're just gonna have nothing left, right? That's how it feels, and that's how it feels for a lot of us. I really hope it's not true. Act of faith, right? It's faith. It's faith in, I don't know, something better, right? For me to just like keep living and like trying and shit. And it's like fuck the job, fuck the 9 to 5 stuff. I just want to try. I want to take 1,000 steps back from every expectation that people have of me, and I just want to examine every little tiny bit of life fully. Like I want to look, I want to think, and I want to be awake. I want to be awake, so to speak. Okay? Jesus fuck. The Milky Way, our literal view of the universe itself, that shows us like where we are and like who we are, right? Like can you imagine that? Have you even seen the Milky Way? A lot of people haven't, which if I start talking about that, like I'm going to fucking break something. But it shows us who we are and what we are. And it's literally disappearing because of light pollution. Light pollution. Have you even heard that before? Have you heard the two words light pollution before? You've heard of air pollution, water pollution, etc. pollution, but have you heard of light pollution? Nobody fucking cares. Because, like, what are you gonna do? Turn off your lights? No. That's where you have to take a fucking step back and, like, realize that there's actual solutions. There are 5 principles for outdoor lighting, responsible outdoor lighting. Should I even fucking say them? It's an act of faith. I'm gonna say them. Let's see. Directed light, purposeful light, dim light, warm colored light, and then timed light. Something like that, right? So there's these kind of rules that you can apply to outdoor lighting to ensure that future generations can actually see the full beauty of the night sky, right? It's an act of faith. Nobody gives a single fuck. Nobody cares about light pollution. There's like 5 people in the entire world who probably care enough to do something at least. Maybe we're all just too busy to care. You know, that's fine. I mean, you got to stay busy, right? You can't care too much. You don't want to think too much, because then you don't want to think too much, right? Yeah, this horrifies me. Like, this actually horrifies me. So why do I have to scream and beg for people to care about looking at the most beautiful thing ever to be seen by humans? I don't know. By the way, okay, we're just going to move on for a second. Here are 2 common misconceptions that I want to beat to death with a hammer. Okay, number 1, if everything is an accident, like if the world is just like an accident, right? Then that can actually mean that shit as in trees, air, animals, amazing storm clouds, stars, human relationships, right? It means that those things can actually be more beautiful than they were previously thought to be. Now that depends on the person, right? So what I'm saying is, like, every person has different conclusions. Every person has like a different mindset that helps them believe in good things. But I'm saying that, like, if life is just fucking meaningless or whatever, and if things are an accident, that's not a reason to get away with not caring about the earth and shit. How insane is it that I look around at the world and I don't see any evidence of God, but rather I see some kind of almost intelligent evolution sort of magical thing? I can't explain it. I have no fucking idea. I don't know shit about shit. I don't know anything. I try to learn. Every time I try to learn, I'm just like, I just see new information and I'm like, oh shit, I know fucking nothing. I don't care about your religion. Like, I don't care about everybody's religion. I care about what you do. I care about what you actually do to, like, respond to reality and, like, care and shit. That's the first misconception. There's a second misconception. Okay, are you ready? Okay, number 2. Small actions are basically insignificant. Right? Because, like, small actions, like fucking reading ingredients on some food or some shit, not buying something with palm oil in it or whatever the fuck you want to say, right? It's basically insignificant. It's not going to do anything. What could one small action of one small person do? No, that's the misconception, right? That's not true at all. So we're all connected. We're all very connected, especially nowadays. Google or Apple Maps, like Google Earth, you know what I mean? It can show us just how small the world really is. When you go on Google Maps, that is the entire known world. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is the entire known world. And, like, you can scroll around and, like, see the entire known world, and it doesn't take too long. So, yeah. Jeez, what the fuck? I mean, you could drive that distance in, like, a few months, You know what I mean? Quote, a human being is part of a whole, part of the whole, called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Nobody is able to achieve this completely, but striving for such achievement is in itself part of the liberation and a foundation for inner security. Albert Einstein. By the way, have you not been impacted by small actions before? Like, actually? Of course small fucking actions make a difference. The fuck are you thinking? Here's a YouTube specific misconception, right? This is the bonus one. Fuck the algorithm. Like, fuck the algorithm. I don't have any micro optimizations in my video to increase engagement. The metrics, they feel dehumanizing because they kind of are. They just like turn things into numbers a little bit. Whatever. I don't want to. You've probably heard some stuff about that too. I don't want to get into that. But like the algorithm, it helps sometimes. But I feel like we largely shouldn't rely on it to find like-minded people or like find shit that we care about, or that we need to watch, right? Maybe certain keywords and enough of them, like maybe with my videos, if I use enough keywords, it'll help me reach the people who are like me, who are actually going to find some value in this content. Searching is intentional and mindful, while scrolling is instant and automatic, and it's just kind of, it's not great. I mean, we've heard it said before that these platforms are trying to optimize for time on site, which I don't know. I mean, I don't know fucking anything. Like, that sounds like it could be true, but who the fuck knows? Probably is true. So that's, wait, one more sentence. I have a script that I'm trying to follow, right? The point on this channel is to try. It's not to do things perfectly. It's to try, right? It's to try. It's to have faith. So I make these videos because some of them will be discovered. Like, some of them will be discovered by the algorithm. One will eventually hit, like, the algorithm. So it's an act of faith to keep making them. But what I really hope for is, like, more control over our technology. So I'm hoping that, you know, that we can find people through searching somehow, or just, yeah, I mean, like, searching for keywords, or maybe even a better kind of algorithm. But yeah, that's that. So moving on. I don't totally hate people, because I know that there's real, legitimate reasons people end up not doing enough good. I also know that people can change. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen, like, cultural shifts before. I don't know, civil rights movement, abolishing slavery, whatever. So I do this stuff out of faith. I believe that good things are real. And I mean, I don't need to fucking say anything else. I just believe that good things are real. And that's why I'm yapping. Somebody will eventually care. Somebody will understand at last, one day. So one last thing. What if we all had something that we wear that, like, indicates that we, like, live by certain values? I don't know. I was thinking about that. I have no idea what that would be, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish that there was some way that everybody could just have something, like, I don't know, like a certain piece of clothing, or like a certain patch, or like a certain pin or something like that, just like shows other people that, like, They're trying their fucking best. They're living by faith, pretty much. They're completely and utterly discouraged at all times with the problems in the world, but like, still, they fucking want to live by values. They want to like, they want to change things. You know, they care about like, they care about whatever will objectively help the world, I guess. And I mean, at this point, it's just an idea. It's like the start of an idea, I guess. I need to think more about it, but fuck. Um, yeah, I guess that's that. But the other idea is like, what if we just had like a holiday, and it's called Day Without Exploitation, where we just don't fucking do anything that's exploitative, like no sugar because sugar is sourced from child labor, no phones because that's sourced from children mining in dangerous conditions. Uh, no animal products because that involves factory farming. No, no being rude to people. No using any sort of technology. Really, I mean, everything has exploitation behind it, apparently. But yeah, I think, I mean, Day Without Exploitation. It's kind of a joke because it's like, of course, nobody wants to give up their precious luxuries because life is too miserable. That's the thing. 100% of everybody who I've ever met is traumatized completely, right? Multiple times over traumatized. So nobody wants to give up their comfortable shit, to care about other people. It's just, yeah, fuck that. I mean, that's insane, right? And here's the thing, like, you can tell that I can't quite understand it. I can't quite understand why people are like that, but of course, it would be in line with my values to try to understand it, which, I'm actually trying to. I just really want to fucking make this video and like vent, right? I want to yell. I want to scream because this shit is bullshit. I mean, how many times have I said a bad word in this video? I don't know. That's the whole script. This is why I make these fucking videos. Yeah.